Ladies and gentlemen, brother and sisters, as we step into 2025, I want you to take a moment and think about the person you've been, the challenges you've faced, and the journey you've traveled so far. It's easy to look at the past and feel like it defines us. But the truth is, the past doesn't determine who you are or who you can become. You are the architect of your future. And 2025 is your opportunity to rebuild yourself, to reshape your life, to lay down the foundation of the person you are becoming. There's an old saying that goes, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. The same applies to you. You have the power to rebuild, to start fresh, and to create a new version of yourself, one step at a time. But rebuilding isn't about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about committing to the process, knowing that small actions lead to big results. First, understand that the foundation of any transformation is built on your mindset. What you think about yourself, your life, and your potential is crucial. If you see yourself as someone who is stuck, you will be stuck. But if you believe that change is possible, that you are capable of growth, then the world opens up to you in ways you cannot imagine. You must choose to believe that you have the ability to grow, to change, and to rise above whatever obstacles are in your way. Now let's talk about the importance of discipline. Discipline isn't about punishment, it's about commitment. It's the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. If you want to rebuild yourself, it's essential to cultivate the habit of discipline in your life. It might be waking up early, reading for 30 minutes a day, exercising, or learning a new skill. It's the small, consistent actions that will change the trajectory of your life. Your environment also plays a crucial role in your rebuilding process. Who you surround yourself with is vital. You cannot continue to grow if you're surrounded by negativity, complacency, or people who do not support your vision. Choose your associations wisely. If you want to be better, you need to be around people who challenge you, who push you to grow, and who inspire you to do more than you thought possible. Remember, you are the average of the people you spend the most time with. But let's be clear, rebuilding yourself is not about making grand, sweeping changes all at once. It's about small, deliberate improvements every single day. You don't need to change everything about your life overnight. But ask yourself, what's one small thing you can do today that will make you better than yesterday? It could be something as simple as making your bed, setting a new goal, or taking a step towards a new habit. Over time, these small steps will compound into massive growth. Your past does not have to dictate your future. The mistakes you've made, the failures you faced, the obstacles you've overcome, they are all part of the journey. But don't let them hold you back. Let them fuel your determination. Let them teach you the lessons you need to grow. There's no such thing as failure. There are only lessons that help you move forward. You are not defined by what's happened, you are defined by how you respond to it. As you rebuild, be patient with yourself. Change takes time and transformation doesn't happen overnight. But if you stay committed, if you take consistent action, and if you believe in your ability to change, then 2025 will be the year that marks the beginning of your new life. The person you become is in your hands. Rebuild yourself step by step, day by day, and you'll be amazed at the life you create. Remember, you're not just building a better future, you're building a better you. And that's the most important work you can ever do. Your mindset is the most powerful tool you have when it comes to transforming your life. It's the lens through which you see the world, and how you perceive yourself and your circumstances will dictate how you respond to challenges, setbacks, and opportunities. If you believe that change is impossible, or that your current situation defines your future, then you will remain stuck in the same cycle. However, if you can change the way you think about yourself and the world around you, you can unlock a whole new realm of possibilities for growth and transformation. At the core of this shift in mindset is the understanding that you have control over your thoughts. You are not at the mercy of external circumstances, but rather, you are the creator of your reality. This doesn't mean that life will always be easy, or that challenges won't arise, but it does mean that you have the power to shape your response to those challenges. When you adopt a growth mindset, you begin to see obstacles not as barriers, but as opportunities for learning and self-improvement. You stop focusing on what you cannot control and start focusing on what you can, your thoughts, your actions, and your decisions. The way you view setbacks also plays a significant role in shaping your mindset. Failure is often seen as something to be feared or avoided at all costs, but in reality, it is an essential part of success. Every successful person you admire has faced failure at some point. What sets them apart is not their ability to avoid failure, but their ability to bounce back from it, to learn from it, and to keep going. When you shift your perspective to view failure as a lesson rather than a defeat, you become resilient. Instead of being discouraged by setbacks, you will be motivated by the opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more determined. Equally important is the belief in your own potential. Many people hold limiting beliefs about their abilities, believing that they are incapable of achieving great things. These beliefs often stem from past experiences, societal expectations, or the opinions of others. But the truth is that your potential is limitless. Your past does not define your future, and your abilities are not set in stone. When you adopt the belief that you are capable of achieving whatever you set your mind to, you begin to take actions that align with that belief. You stop waiting for permission or validation from others and start believing in yourself. This self-confidence is the fuel that drives you toward your goals. A key part of cultivating a positive and growth-oriented mindset is eliminating self-doubt. Doubt can be paralyzing, preventing you from taking action and moving forward. It whispers in your ear that you're not good enough, that you'll fail, or that it's too late to change. But self-doubt is simply a reflection of fear, the fear of failure, the fear of judgment, or the fear of the unknown. The antidote to this fear is action. When you push through the doubt and take small steps toward your goals, you build momentum. With each step, you prove to yourself that you are capable, and the doubt starts to fade. The more you act in spite of your fears, the more confident and empowered you become. Believing in your ability to change also means embracing the idea of continuous learning. In order to grow, you must be open to new ideas, new perspectives, and new ways of doing things. A mindset that is committed to personal development never stops seeking knowledge. Whether it's reading books, attending seminars, or seeking mentorship, you understand that there is always room to improve. This mindset of lifelong learning will help you adapt to changing circumstances, overcome challenges, and stay ahead of the curve in an ever-evolving world. Ultimately, the mindset you cultivate is the driving force behind the decisions you make, the actions you take, and the life you create. If you approach every situation with a mindset of possibility, you will find opportunities where others see obstacles. If you believe that your efforts will lead to growth, you will stay persistent even when things get tough. And when you believe in your potential, you will take the necessary steps to turn your dreams into reality. In 2025, you have the chance to rebuild yourself from the inside out. And it all starts with your mindset. Choose to see the world with a lens of possibility, to embrace challenges as opportunities for growth, and to believe in your ability to create the life you desire. As you cultivate a mindset that supports your goals, you will begin to notice a profound shift in the way you approach life. The path to your success will become clearer. Your confidence will grow, and you will become unstoppable in your pursuit of a better, more fulfilled life. Discipline is the cornerstone of lasting transformation. Without it, even the most ambitious goals and grandest dreams can easily slip away, drowned by distractions, excuses, or the simple lack of consistency. Rebuilding yourself requires more than just motivation or inspiration. It demands a commitment to consistent, deliberate action, even when the initial excitement fades, or the results aren't immediate. It's the ability to keep going, to do what needs to be done, day after day, regardless of how you feel in the moment. True discipline isn't about perfection, it's about progress. It's about showing up, doing the work, and trusting that the efforts you put in today will compound over time to create the results you desire. The first step in cultivating discipline is understanding that it's a skill, not an inherent trait. While some people may seem naturally disciplined, anyone can develop this skill with the right mindset and approach. Just like learning to play an instrument or mastering a sport, discipline is honed through practice. It's about forming habits, routines, and rituals that support your goals. If you want to rebuild yourself, you need to start by creating small, consistent actions that you commit to every day, no matter what. These habits may seem insignificant at first, perhaps waking up early, exercising for 20 minutes, or reading a book for just 15 minutes each day, but it is the consistency of these actions that lays the foundation for greater success. One of the most important aspects of discipline is doing the work, even when you don't feel like it. Motivation is fleeting, it comes in bursts, and it can be gone just as quickly as it arrives. But discipline doesn't rely on motivation, it relies on commitment. It's the internal drive to stay focused on your goals and keep moving forward, even when the excitement fades. There will be days when you're tired, overwhelmed, or simply not in the mood to put in the work. These are the days when your discipline will be tested the most. It's on these days that you must remind yourself of why you're doing this and push through the resistance. The truth is, success is built on the small, consistent actions taken when no one is watching, when there's no applause or recognition. These are the moments that matter most in the long run, for they are the ones that will eventually propel you toward your goals. Building discipline also means learning to say no to distractions. In today's world, distractions are everywhere: social media, the constant stream of information, the pressure to be always on. Discipline involves learning to protect your time, to prioritize the tasks that will bring you closer to your goals, and to eliminate the noise that prevents you from focusing on what truly matters. This is where true personal power lies, in the ability to choose what you will focus on and what you will ignore. By saying no to distractions, you are saying yes to your future, to your growth, and to the person you are becoming. Another key to developing discipline is setting clear, measurable goals. It's difficult to remain disciplined without a clear sense of direction. If you're unsure of what you're working toward, it's easy to lose focus or get sidetracked. Clear goals give you a roadmap to follow and a sense of purpose that fuels your discipline. When your goals are defined, every action you take becomes an intentional step toward reaching them. Whether it's a personal development goal, a career milestone, or a health target, having something specific to aim for provides the motivation needed to stay disciplined, even during difficult times. Along with goal setting comes the importance of tracking your progress. You can't improve what you don't measure. By tracking your daily habits, actions, and results, you create accountability and maintain focus. This doesn't mean obsessing over every little detail, but it does mean regularly reviewing your progress and adjusting your approach as needed. Tracking your progress serves as both a reminder of how far you've come and a motivator to keep going. When you see even the smallest improvements, it reinforces the belief that your discipline is paying off and that you're on the right path. Discipline also requires a mindset shift. Instead of viewing it as a burden or a source of frustration, see it as an opportunity to strengthen your character. Every time you resist the temptation to skip a workout, to procrastinate, or to fall back into old habits, you're building resilience and self-control. You're showing yourself that you are capable of making the right choices, even when it's difficult. This sense of self-mastery is one of the most rewarding aspects of discipline. It's the realization that you are in control of your actions, and that every decision you make is a step toward creating the life you want. Finally, discipline doesn't mean you won't face setbacks along the way. There will be times when you slip up, when you don't follow through on your commitments, or when things don't go as planned. This is normal. The key is to not let those moments define you or derail your progress. Instead, view them as learning experiences, as part of the process of growth. Real discipline means getting back on track quickly, without guilt or regret, and continuing to move forward with renewed focus and determination. The power of discipline lies not in grand, occasional bursts of effort, but in the consistent, everyday choices you make. By mastering discipline, you will set the foundation for lasting change, and you will be able to rebuild yourself in ways that you never thought possible. The people you surround yourself with have an incredible influence on your life, often shaping your beliefs, actions, and even your future. Your environment, especially the individuals you choose to spend time with, plays a critical role in your ability to rebuild yourself and reach your goals. If you want to elevate your life and achieve the transformation you desire, you must carefully curate your circle. Positive influences, those who challenge you, inspire you, and push you toward greatness, are essential in your journey toward personal growth and success. When it comes to personal development, the people around you can either lift you up or bring you down. This is not just a theory, but a reality backed by research and experience. The concept that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with is not just a catchy phrase, it reflects a fundamental truth. Our thoughts, attitudes, and behaviors are deeply influenced by the individuals we interact with regularly. If you're surrounded by people who are negative, complacent, or lacking in ambition, it becomes increasingly difficult to stay motivated and focused on your own growth. These individuals can unknowingly drain your energy, feed you self-limiting beliefs, and create a sense of stagnation. It's easy to fall into the same patterns of thinking and behaving as those around you, and this can prevent you from reaching your full potential. On the other hand, when you choose to surround yourself with individuals who are positive, driven, and passionate about their own growth, you create an environment that fosters your success. These people will not only inspire you to be better, but they will also challenge you to think differently, to break out of your comfort zone, and to push past your limits. They will hold you accountable for your actions and encourage you to stay on track when things get tough. More importantly, they will celebrate your wins and support you through your challenges, creating a sense of camaraderie and shared purpose that propels everyone forward. This type of support system is invaluable because it helps you stay focused on your goals and reminds you that you are not alone in your journey. One of the greatest advantages of surrounding yourself with the right people is the opportunity for mentorship and learning. Mentors are individuals who have already achieved what you aspire to and are willing to share their wisdom and experiences with you. Their insights can save you years of trial and error, helping you to avoid common mistakes and guiding you toward more efficient paths to success. Mentorship provides you with a unique perspective, allowing you to see things from a broader viewpoint and offering valuable advice that can accelerate your growth. Whether it's a mentor in your career, a fitness coach, or someone who inspires you in personal development, these relationships are crucial for your growth. A mentor doesn't just teach you what to do. They help you develop the mindset, discipline, and strategies required to reach your full potential. Equally important is the influence of your peers. Your peers are the people who are on similar journeys, striving to achieve their own goals and aspirations. While mentors provide guidance, your peers offer support, camaraderie, and a sense of shared accountability. They are the people who walk alongside you, facing similar challenges and celebrating the small wins together. The power of peer groups lies in their ability to create an environment of mutual encouragement. When you surround yourself with individuals who share your values, ambitions, and drive, you become part of a community that pushes you forward. You become part of something bigger than yourself, where everyone's success is interconnected. A strong, positive peer group can help you stay on track, provide valuable feedback, and create a sense of healthy competition that drives you to do your best. But how do you choose the right people to surround yourself with? It starts with being intentional. You need to assess the relationships in your life and ask yourself if they are serving your growth. Are the people you spend the most time with encouraging you to become the best version of yourself? Are they helping you move closer to your goals? Or are they dragging you down with negativity, distractions, or complacency? It may be difficult, but sometimes it's necessary to distance yourself from relationships that no longer align with your values or your vision for your future. This doesn't mean you need to cut people out of your life completely, but you must be selective about the time and energy you invest in relationships that hinder your growth. In addition to the people you surround yourself with, consider the communities and networks you engage in. Are you part of groups that promote personal development, accountability, and growth? Being involved in communities that support your ambitions can provide a wealth of resources, insights, and opportunities that you might not have access to on your own. These communities can offer knowledge, connections, and partnerships that help propel you toward your goals, creating a sense of belonging and a shared commitment to personal growth. It's also important to remember that the influence of others doesn't only come through face-to-face interactions. In today's world, social media and online platforms can have a significant impact on your mindset and personal development. The accounts you follow, the content you consume, and the online communities you engage with all contribute to shaping your thoughts and beliefs. Therefore, it's essential to be mindful of the digital environment you create for yourself. Follow people who inspire you, who share valuable content that aligns with your goals, and who encourage you to grow. Avoid accounts that promote negativity, gossip, or drama, as they can pull you away from your focus and hinder your progress. Ultimately, the people you surround yourself with have the power to shape your life in profound ways. By being intentional about your relationships and creating an environment that supports your growth, you set yourself up for success. Surround yourself with individuals who challenge you, inspire you, and push you toward greatness, and you'll find that rebuilding yourself becomes not only possible but inevitable. Rebuilding yourself is not about making drastic changes overnight or trying to reinvent your entire life all at once. It's about consistent, incremental progress over time. Small steps may seem insignificant in the moment, but when taken regularly, they compound and create massive transformations. This principle of steady, focused improvement is at the heart of personal development, and it is the key to building the life you desire. The power of small steps is often underestimated, but it is these very actions that, when repeated day after day, shape who you become and what you achieve. The idea of incremental progress is rooted in the concept of compounding. Just as compound interest grows slowly at first, but accelerates over time, small actions add up to big results. Think of it as planting seeds in a garden. Each seed you plant represents a small action or a new habit you introduce into your life. Initially, the growth is barely visible, and it might feel like nothing is happening. But as time goes on, the seeds begin to take root, and you start seeing the fruits of your efforts. In the same way, when you focus on making small improvements every day, whether it's waking up 30 minutes earlier, reading for 20 minutes, exercising regularly, or learning a new skill, you are planting seeds of success that will eventually yield significant rewards. One of the most important aspects of small steps is that they make change more manageable. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the idea of completely transforming your life or tackling a huge goal. However, when you break that goal down into smaller, actionable steps, the process becomes less daunting and much more achievable. Instead of focusing on the enormity of the task ahead, you can focus on what you need to do today. This focus on the present moment allows you to maintain momentum and avoid the paralysis that often comes from trying to do everything at once. Each small action becomes a victory in itself, and those victories build upon each other, creating a sense of progress that fuels further growth. One of the benefits of small steps is that they help you build discipline. When you focus on one small action at a time, you can stay committed to it without feeling the need for perfection. The fear of failure often keeps people from taking action, but by focusing on small, achievable goals, you can sidestep that fear and make progress without the pressure of trying to get everything right. Small steps are about consistency, not perfection. You don't need to do everything perfectly to see results. What matters is that you show up, take action, and keep moving forward. Furthermore, small steps allow for flexibility and adjustments. Life is unpredictable, and circumstances can change unexpectedly. When you make small, consistent improvements, you create room for adaptation. If one approach isn't working, it's easier to adjust and find a better way to move forward without feeling like you've completely derailed your progress. Instead of committing to a rigid, one-size-fits-all strategy, small steps give you the freedom to experiment, tweak, and refine your approach over time. This adaptability ensures that you stay on course even when things don't go exactly as planned. Another advantage of focusing on small steps is that they build your confidence and self-belief. When you start seeing progress, even in small increments, it reinforces the idea that you are capable of achieving your goals. Every time you take a small step toward your desired outcome, you prove to yourself that change is possible. This builds a positive feedback loop where your confidence grows, which in turn motivates you to take the next step. Over time, the accumulation of these small victories strengthens your belief in yourself and your ability to create lasting change. The journey of rebuilding yourself through small steps also allows for a deeper connection with the process. It's easy to get caught up in the end result, but focusing on small, daily actions keeps you engaged in the journey itself. When you pay attention to each step, you learn to enjoy the process of growth, rather than just rushing to reach the finish line. This mindset shift is crucial because it helps you stay motivated during times when the results are not immediately visible. It reminds you that growth is a journey, not a destination, and that every step, no matter how small, is a part of your transformation. Moreover, small steps allow you to integrate change more naturally into your life. Radical changes can often feel forced or unsustainable, leading to burnout or failure. But when you focus on one small action at a time, you create habits that are easier to maintain over the long term. Instead of overwhelming yourself with major lifestyle changes, you make gradual shifts that fit into your existing routine. This gradual integration makes it more likely that the changes you make will stick, rather than being short-lived bursts of effort that eventually fade away. One of the most significant challenges in personal development is maintaining consistency. It's easy to start strong and lose motivation when progress doesn't come as quickly as expected. But focusing on small steps allows you to stay consistent, even when you don't see immediate results. The key is not to get discouraged by the pace of progress, but to keep showing up every day. The compound effect works its magic over time. And if you stay consistent with your small steps, you'll look back months or years from now and be amazed at how far you've come. Ultimately, small steps are the foundation of lasting change. While the big, dramatic moments may grab our attention, it is the steady, everyday actions that truly shape our lives. By focusing on small, consistent improvements, you create momentum that propels you toward your goals. Each step, no matter how small, takes you closer to the person you want to become and the life you want to create. So, as you set out to rebuild yourself, remember that the path to transformation isn't about giant leaps, it's about the small, deliberate actions you take each day that lead to profound and lasting change. Failure is often seen as something to avoid or fear, but in reality, it is one of the most valuable lessons you can encounter on your journey to self-improvement. Rebuilding yourself involves accepting that failure is an inevitable part of the process and learning to use it as a powerful tool for growth. The key is not to see failure as a setback, but as an essential step forward, a vital teacher that shows you what works and what doesn't, and refines your approach as you strive for success. One of the first things to understand about failure is that it is not a reflection of your worth. Failure is simply an outcome, and it does not define who you are as a person. Too often, people internalize failure, believing that a mistake or setback means they are not capable or not worthy of success. This mindset can lead to self-doubt and a fear of trying again. But in truth, every failure is a chance to learn, grow, and improve. It is through our failures that we discover what doesn't work. And this knowledge is just as valuable as knowing what does. When you shift your perspective and see failure as a lesson rather than a defeat, you free yourself from the paralyzing fear of making mistakes. Failure also helps you develop resilience, which is one of the most important qualities you can cultivate in life. Resilience is the ability to bounce back after setbacks, to continue moving forward despite the challenges, and to remain committed to your goals even when things get tough. Every time you fail and get back up, you build mental toughness. Each failure becomes less of a threat and more of an opportunity to strengthen your resolve. This resilience enables you to keep going when the road gets rocky, knowing that failure is not the end but simply part of the journey. It's this kind of persistence that leads to success in the long term. Additionally, failure forces you to take a step back and reevaluate your approach. It challenges your assumptions and forces you to look at things from a different perspective. This process of reflection is essential for growth, as it helps you identify areas for improvement and fine-tune your strategy. Sometimes we can get so caught up in our plans or routines that we miss signs that something isn't working. Failure provides a clear signal that something needs to change, and it pushes you to reconsider your tactics. By being open to adjusting your approach, you become more adaptable, which is crucial in a world that is constantly evolving. This flexibility allows you to approach challenges with a mindset of problem-solving rather than defeat. In addition to the lessons learned from failure, it is also important to understand that success is rarely achieved without encountering it. Almost every person who has achieved greatness in any field has experienced multiple failures along the way. In fact, many of the world's most successful people have failed far more times than they have succeeded. What sets them apart is their ability to keep going, to not be discouraged by their mistakes, and to view each failure as part of the path to success. This mindset is what makes the difference between those who give up after facing a setback and those who ultimately achieve their goals. The most successful individuals understand that failure is not something to fear, but a natural part of the learning process. They use failure to fuel their perseverance and refine their efforts, knowing that it is through persistence and growth that success is finally attained. Another important aspect of failure is that it encourages you to step outside your comfort zone. Most people avoid failure by sticking with what they know, playing it safe and avoiding risks. However, true growth happens when you challenge yourself, when you try things that push you beyond your current abilities. Failure is often the result of trying something new, stepping into the unknown, and venturing beyond your limits. By embracing this discomfort, you not only grow in skill and knowledge, but you also expand your capacity to deal with adversity. Each time you face failure head-on and learn from it, you expand your comfort zone and become more capable of handling challenges in the future. Failure also teaches you the value of patience. In a world that often promotes instant gratification, it's easy to get discouraged when results aren't immediate. But rebuilding yourself takes time, and the process is rarely linear. There will be times when progress feels slow, or when you experience setbacks that make you question whether your efforts are worth it. Failure, in these moments, teaches you the importance of perseverance and patience. It reminds you that success isn't just about achieving a goal quickly. It's about staying committed, doing the work, and trusting that the results will come in time. The ability to stay patient and keep working, even when the progress is not immediately visible, is one of the most powerful lessons you can learn. Failure also opens the door to creativity and innovation. When something doesn't work, your mind is forced to think outside the box and come up with new solutions. It encourages experimentation and the willingness to try new approaches. This process of trial and error is often where breakthroughs happen. Failure disrupts complacency and forces you to ask better questions, seek alternative strategies, and explore new possibilities. The most successful individuals are often those who are not afraid to fail but are willing to take risks and think creatively when faced with challenges. In the process of rebuilding yourself, failure becomes a tool for transformation. Rather than being something to avoid, it becomes something to embrace. With each failure, you grow stronger, more adaptable, more resilient, and more creative. You learn valuable lessons, refine your approach, and develop the patience and perseverance required to achieve your goals. Instead of letting failure hold you back, use it as a stepping stone to propel yourself forward, knowing that it is an essential part of the journey toward becoming the best version of yourself. Failure is not a roadblock, but a stepping stone on the path to success. By embracing and from it, and using it to grow, you develop resilience, creativity, and perseverance. It shapes your journey, making you stronger and more capable of achieving your goals. Rebuilding yourself requires understanding that failure is part of the process, and with each setback, you come closer to the success you seek.